Hello everyone and welcome back to Brakelightprod Productions. My name is Curtis Lambert and today we're reacting to another one of your suggestions. This time it's for ISYANA SARASVATI featuring DEADSQUAD and the song's called Sogno. Hopefully I pronounced that all correctly. I think I say that on like every video now. But we've reacted to a DEADSQUAD music video before, if I remember correctly. It was the one with the cool like mirror effects and stuff. So yeah, let's jump on into it. Interesting overlay. Ooh, smooth camera work. Nice. And that's in camera as well. That is so floaty. That's beautiful. Oh, beautiful focus pull. I love this already. This is awesome. And it's just a single top light as well. Like, that's all this is lighting wise. Love this choreography. And I love the fact that they're not scared of her being like in the shadows. Oh, here we go. Hell yeah. Oh. Oh. Hell yeah. Love myself some red lighting. This is awesome. Little flares and stuff as well. And again, it's just... Oh, what? That's so freaking cool! What? Oh my god, this is fucking brilliant. I love this. I fucking love this. Yeah. I love symphonic, like, death metal and stuff. It's so good. Vibe black tea. Nice shot. Oh, look at the haze. Oh. Nice little orange lighting, just mimicking the fire. Ah, hell yeah. Ooh, real fire. Oh, wire. Yup, wire shit. Cool. Now some cool VFX. That was mental. I love that. Holy crap. Whoever recommended that, great recommendation. Like, there was so much. I was honestly just happy, like, if it was that first sort of setup of her just in the black dancing on the sand and stuff, like that already was like so many layers to it that you wouldn't even like pick up on necessarily, that made that part alone a work of art. And then they just brought in like layer after layer. So let's talk about it. First off, you will notice how floaty the camera is in, if we're looking at that initial dancing shots of her just in the black dress in the sort of normal white lighting with the black. Yeah, I would say all of that, the fact that it's moving in and out and it's so floaty, that is 100% in camera. But also, and probably more important, is it's most definitely done on a Steadicam. And a Steadicam is basically like, if you think of your stereotypical gimbal, it's a bigger version of that where you basically have a vest with an arm to that gimbal that just allows you to more easily like extend, retract, move it up and down, without it like being as shaky, because you have that sort of arm to act as a stabilization device basically. So yeah, super cool. And like there's a moment where you see like she reaches towards camera and it's out of focus at first, but then pulls focus to the hand and it withdraws. That is beautiful, and also a sign to me that that's done in camera, because obviously you can't really do that in post-production, change the focal point by that much. And how you would do that is, if it is on a steady cam or whatever, like you're probably not gonna be able to, if you're the camera operator, do it yourself. And so that's where you have your first AC, sometimes referred to solely as a focus puller, or in some scenarios, first AC and the focus puller may be completely different jobs, but stereotypically it's the first AC, and basically they are in their own little space. They've got a monitor right in front of them, and they have basically this wheel that's hooked up to a motorized focus system on your lens that they are in complete control of. And so they can pull focus, they can go in, they can go out. Sometimes you, on really fancy stuff, you'll have a person that's not just controlling the focus, but also the iris as well on the lens, and you can be doing both and at once, and it's really complicated. But yeah, honestly, like having a really good focus puller on set is like night or day, like especially when you've got a big camera, which I actually have with me right now. You have a big camera like this, a focus puller really helps, because it is hard like holding that weight and trying to like get that framing like and focus exactly how you want it and all of that. It's a lot of work. So yeah, focus pullers, underrated job. We also see a lot of haze, basically throughout the whole music video, which is great. And unfortunately, I will say a lot of YouTube compression, but you know, there's nothing you can really do with that. So like, and that's not the artist's or the video creator's fault. That's just YouTube being YouTube. I think what might have helped, and it's hard for me to tell if they've done this or not, but I would have liked to have seen this use a bit more artificial grain, maybe some artifacting as well, and really like give it that like old film vibe. I feel like that would have made it a bit more creepy. But otherwise, like, it is gorgeous, gorgeous cinematography, and I love that top light. That top light is, again, what you can do, like, in all honesty, what you can do with one light is incredible. But I also want to draw attention, because we have spoken about this before, but I would say, like, especially in these dancing shots, there's not a single shot where she looks like it looks beautiful, right? That's nothing against her, but it's that fact that when you have a top light, it's going to bring shadows under your eyes, under your nose, like under your chin. It's not flattering. But because she's moving and dancing, we're not looking for beauty shots. We're looking for, like, the beauty is in the dancing and stuff. And what's interesting is then they get some parts where she's actually like on the ground looking up at the camera, and that brings her face up into that light, and that's where the beauty shots come in. That's where we get our most like intense, like sort of face to camera moments. So yeah, really interesting there. And I love the fact that they're not scared to almost like have that top light as a backlight in some parts, where she's just like in the shadow, fully silhouetted, and separated from the darkness behind her by that light being right behind her. So yeah, super cool stuff there. Then if we go to where are we? The red lighting. So I mean, that would just be sticking a gel on top of the light. That's super easy. One thing that I do want to see if I spotted it correctly, yeah, there's some really subtle flares in there, like really subtle, and I like that. That's awesome. It's because I would say the fact that they're so subtle is showing that they were in camera. Because I feel like most people, when they do a post-production flare, they do it to such a like Michael Bay level where it's so obvious that you're like, okay, that's fake looking. But yeah. And again, just haze in red lighting, like, it's not that difficult. The animation part, I don't even know. Like, that is so, like, so different. It does actually have artifacting over the top of it, which is fascinating. Some screen flicker. I'm no animation expert, so I can't really like make much of a commentary on like the techniques used here, but a lot of it seems to be like getting her to do actual movements and then just like sort of cutting around that arm, so maybe even having it on a green screen and just taking that whole arm and coloring it white, as an example. But yeah, super, super cool. The blue stuff, awesome. We got some strobe lights going off with the little candles as well. Most definitely a top light, but also looks like a front light as well on the band. And what I love is, like, have a look at the difference in the cinematography between the first scene and this blue scene. Like the blue scene, it's like, it's because they're standing still playing their instruments, the camera's more energetic. It's, you know, it's circling them. It's really fast. Like it's probably double the speed that it was in the first scene. And it's just, yeah, it's constantly moving because the band are like feet in the ground, not moving. Like, you know, you see they're finding that middle ground, so to speak. Final shot, or final scene, I should say, is awesome. Well, actually, no, second last scene. Yeah, I love this subtle, like, orange flicker light that they've got on the different cast members. Again, that's not the actual fire. That's just having some orange lights out of shot, you know, that they're using, yeah, to get that flicker. Because most, like, LED lights, like the film lights you get, have a, like, flame flicker effect. Or you can just get a light, put it on a dimmer board and do it that way, you know, just flick it like lower and higher at random intervals so it has that like effect to it. But yeah, super simple. Again, great use. Like when she gets up from this chair, why aren't we, so these guys behind her are in all black on a black background. I know there's a giant stone there in the middle, but the rest is a black background. How are we losing them? Well, it's because we've got that top light bringing a bit of light onto their shoulders and onto the top of their hoods, and that's just enough of a backlight that that top part of them isn't lost into the background. It separates them from it, which, yeah, if you want to separate subject and background, easiest ways are either a top light or a backlight. Most of the time you want to use backlight, but you can, like with with here, you can use a top light as well. And yeah, really fucking pretty lighting on her. I love that. And that's what I mean. Like, look at, so that white top light that's on them is only on the top of her head here. Like, the rest of this is other lights. Like, they've got a sort of a bluish hue light that's obviously like in front of her or something, and then orange lights at the side, and you're getting this like white light here, blue light there, orange light here. Like, it's really pretty. And then yeah, some real fire and wire work, which is awesome. I love that shit. I want to do some cool wire work in one of my music videos. Maybe I need to tee that up or something. But yeah, and then some, you know, CGI at the end, which I would say like that ending shot is not my favorite, just because I feel like the VFX is a bit too obvious. But honestly, that's just me trying to nitpick something in an otherwise flawless music video. This was fucking awesome. So yeah, thank you so much for recommending it. And if you have any other recommendations, good or bad, let me know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.